'Twas the week before Christmas, and all through Closet Factory, not a creature was stirring except Little Bear in the pantry. The hardware was fastened on turning displays, with visions of installs in the upcoming days. When out in the showroom, there came a strange sound. Bear lifted his head and took a good look around, when what to his wondering eyes should appear but Closet Factory's Operation Reorganization's holiday premiere.
Welcome to Closet Factory's Operation Reorganization and our favorite show of the year.
That's right. It's the most wonderful time of the year. And here at Closet Factory, we are all about bringing a little extra joy and inspiration to your home for the holidays.
First, we'll visit Virginia Beach to meet Jeanette and see how our designer, Brittany, helped her transform her home with multiple projects.
Then, we'll head out to Chesapeake to meet Jeanette's mom, who was so inspired by her daughter's designs that she decided to give herself the gift of organization this Christmas.
The holidays are here and we're bringing the cheer on Closet Factory's Operation Reorganization's holiday premiere.
Hi, I'm Jeanette. I'm a long-term Virginia Beach resident, relocated here with the Navy when we were kids. This is the third house I've owned, and I've made my stamp in each house and made my little changes, but this house is going to be my long-term house, so I really wanted it to function better. And when I purchased it, the closets did not work. And after 10 years, I finally decided enough was enough. And after seeing this show and talking to a lot of people who had closets done, I decided to give Closet Factory a call. They matched me with Brittany, and she came out to the house, and she was amazing. She we walked through my closets. I was looking for 2 closets at the time. Told her what didn't work and what I needed, and she had designs drawn up within 30 minutes, and I thought they looked amazing, and I went ahead and signed a contract, but they're on the spot.
Hi, it's me, Brittany, back with you on Operation Reorganization. I'm here at Jeanette Cardona's house, who I have visited a couple of times now for a few different projects that luckily we got to do all on the same install date. Jeanette's house is super duper festive. She's got great style, a whole bunch of different trees here. It's kind of like a winter wonderland in her home. I'm so happy that we were able to get her installs done before the holiday season so that she was able to organize everything and put away her boxes and keep her decor compartmentalized and make it easy for her on the holidays. When I came out to Jeanette's home the first time, we went over her 2 closets, her primary closet and her guest closet, and she was so easy to work with, just really a pleasure, because she knew exactly what she wanted, and she's got a keen eye for decor and organization, so she was just lovely to work with.
After Brittany left, I got to thinking, I have other things that don't function right, and I decided to turn my coat closet into a pantry for overflow from the kitchen. And she came back out, did a great design, and we added that to the job. My primary closet was my main focus. It was a complete disaster. It was original to the house, built in the late 80s. It had never been painted since the original paint. Nothing functioned. There wasn't hanging in the right space. There wasn't storage in the right space. And it was just a disaster. Constantly just dumping things in there and nothing was organized. I needed shoe storage, I needed cubby holes, I needed folding space, hanging space. I have a lot of sweaters, jeans, things that I don't necessarily like to hang up. And she came up with a design that really fit what I needed. I added some drawer space to kind of get things out of my dresser drawers to get a little bit better organized there. And after it was done, it took me a week to put anything back in it because it was so pretty.
So Jeanette needed just kind of a complete reconfiguration of her primary closet just to maximize the space in there. It was set up in kind of a strange manner, the before was. So we just maximized her wall space, switched things around, made it make more sense for her. Gave her ample amount of hanging. She added some rollout trays and shelving just to maximize those vertical inches and tuck her things away nicely.
It has everything I needed. It had what hanging space I needed, the storage space I needed, some hidden, some open, easy to just kind of navigate. One of my favorite parts of the process was getting to go to the showroom and see the product in real life. I wasn't sure, obviously. I picked white. I just kept it simple, and I was like, I hope that looks okay. When I saw it in the showroom, I was really pleased with my selection and what I had picked for the finishes, the drawers, everything else.
Jeanette met me out at the showroom for design review, which I love to do for a second appointment to go over the design together because it's a really great place to really see, touch, and feel what we have to offer, and it is beautiful in there. So I highly recommend swinging by the Closet Factory showroom, especially for a second appointment. It's a great place to do the follow-up. After we finalized designs, we got her set up with an install date and started production on her project pretty much right away. We made it really fun, fast, and easy, and I think she really enjoyed the process.
Install date came and it was amazing. They showed up at 8:30 right on time, showed them the spaces. I went in the other room and started working, checked in an hour later, and he was a third of the way into the first project, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. They were here for 6 hours, start to finish. And it was like they were never here. And I had these beautiful closets at the end of it. Everything was finished, whether it was the trim work, the caulking, the baseboards, everything was, I couldn't have been more happy with install day. It was amazing. The second space I had was a guest room / office. The closet was a catch-all. It had sliding doors on it at one point. I took those off because I didn't like them. And it just needed shelving. It needed storage space.
And she added drawers in there and just a mix of hanging and shelving to make it versatile and functional for her.
Seeing the final product on the second closet, it's allowed me to get things out of boxes that I had in the garage, organize, get rid of things, purge a little bit. Say, do I really need this? But it's allowed me to keep things out of my bedroom and just keep them organized. And the organization piece was the big factor for me, and not just having things stacked on top of each other in boxes. Since I didn't have the closet doors, without the closet doors, it looked amazing, but I did add curtains in the interim until I decide what I want to do there. But whether they're open or closed, it looks amazing. So for the third space, I had gone to work and I was raving about my experience and showing off the drawings and talking about how much I couldn't wait for my new closets. And a coworker said, "Are you doing your kitchen pantry?" And I said, "No, the pantry's fine." I was like, oh, but I have this coat closet. That is not. That was another catch-all with boxes and junk and just not organized. And I decided to convert that from a coat closet to kitchen overflow for additional pantry space. And she came out, added it to the project, same install day. It was amazing.
I love it when I have a chance to go back to my clients' houses to see the final product, and this is no exception to that. Her home is fantastic, and it's just a beautiful addition to what she's got going on here. Jeanette was fantastic to work with, and I'm so glad that she called me back for her second project in her hall closet. I'm super happy we were able to get it all done for her before the holidays, and I'm very much looking forward to working with her on her next project. From me and all of us at Closet Factory, happy holidays!
I would say from start to finish, this was the easiest process. I'm so disappointed that I waited so long to call. From meeting Brittany to the designs, to the showroom, to the install, it was easy. It was worry-free, and what I came out with on the other end is amazing. So amazing. As it is the holiday season, I've decided to add the third bedroom closet as a Christmas present to myself because they were so amazing.
Has this ever happened to you? The tangled torment of holiday decor, the calamity, the frustration, the never-ending knots of unorganized chaos.
Christmas is canceled.
Don't let this happen to you.
Whoa.
Let Closet Factory help give your family the gift of organization this holiday season. Closet Factory's expert designers can create your perfect space to fit all of your storage needs.
Christmas is uncanceled.
Stop toying with our emotions.
This holiday season, give the gift of organization.
Yes!
Thank you, Closet Factory.
I just love to see how the holidays can transform a home into a winter wonderland, and Jeanette definitely embraces the season. Now let's head over to Chesapeake to meet Jeanette's mom and see how she was inspired by her daughter's designs to make some updates of her own.
Hello, I'm Carolyn Jones. I live in Chesapeake, Virginia, and I've been in this house about 30 years. I like the area. It's quiet, and it's a dead-end street. Some changes have occurred, the flooring, painting, and I have a problem, as my daughter says, with ornaments. So as you can see, I like to put up a lot of trees. This holiday is always special. We have certain things that we do. In a couple of days, I'll have my grandchildren over and they're going to be throwing snow on my Christmas tree. I like the holidays because it gives you the feeling of family. They get together, we talk new times, old times, just anything happy that we can talk about. Things change, your needs change. What you like changes over the years, and I found I needed more organization to keep me focused and ready to go for the day. I had 3 areas done in my home: a pantry, a laundry room, and my main closet. The pantry was a problem because my canned goods would always wind up in the back and expire. So now I have shelves that pull out. I can keep everything organized, and it works great for me. The laundry room was one shelf, which kind of was dumpy, but now it's organized boxes, and I can keep everything within reach, and it's easy for me to use. The main closet, I couldn't be happier. It's like night and day. It was not functional at all, especially with shoes. When you open the door, it looked like everything was just thrown in there. Now I walk in, I turn on the light, and I go, yay, because it looks great. My daughter had her closets done by Closet Factory, and it was like night and day. And I was impressed with the craftsmanship. And I said to myself, Carolyn, just call them and see what they can do for me. And so that's why I called Closet Factory, because my daughter had it done, and I was very impressed with it. When I called Closet Factory to make an appointment, they asked me who had done my daughter's closet. So they would use the same person, and her name was Brittany. And she was marvelous. She came over, she took measurements and everything and set out a plan, and it worked out great. When Brittany came, she actually went into my closet and my spaces and actually saw what I had in my closets and how to organize everything. When she does things, She measures everything, but then she put it on a computer and you could see everything 3D. And we moved some things around, added shelves, but sitting there and actually see it happen on the computer with the 3D was a big help in deciding what needed to be done.
When I met with Carolyn, she had seen her daughter Jeanette's spaces that I had done previously, and she was super excited about them. She understood, that we could really maximize her space, and so she asked me to come over and do the same for her. I looked at her tiny little pantry and did my absolute best with it. We really used up every inch of space possible and gave her the most out of what she was working with. We just had room for one section here, but we did make it pretty deep because she has pretty deep walls there. But to make her storage more accessible, we did some roll-out trays here in the middle. Basically, they work just like a drawer. They just don't have a face and hardware on it, so you can sort of see into that space. Then we gave her some vertical storage for cookie sheets and baking trays, and then she obviously needed the adjustability in here because she has some really tall pots and pans that she wanted to store down low.
Finally, install day came, and I thought, well, geez, everything's gonna be a mess. But two gentlemen showed up, they introduced themselves. They were very professional. They went right to work. They started bringing in all their stuff to do the closets. They did a demolition first, and they cleaned up completely after that and hauled off all the debris from the closets. And they just took their time and did it right. I just can't express how happy I am the way the professional and the look of the closets, the way they ended up. When the pantry was done, I was really impressed with the pull-out drawers because it really made it easier for me to keep things organized, especially with foodstuffs when they're dated and you don't want things to expire. And they actually added more shelves, so I had more space. It just makes my whole life easier using the pantry as it's set up now.
Carolyn's laundry room was completely unused. There was so much unused wall space, so we had a lot to work with. There was just one shelf in there and it was kind of high. She's sort of short, and I wanted to make everything accessible for her. So we really maximized that and gave her easier access to everything she needs on a daily basis. We did some suspended sections and we had to work around an angled ceiling. Here in 3D, you can't see really what we were working with, so I'm gonna switch to our elevation view. She had a really big obstruction here. Her dryer vent went floor to ceiling there, so we had to notch around that so that fit snug in there and we didn't disturb her dryer vent. I finished that off with an accent underlay and some accent overlays. Gives some extra storage and also gives a nice clean look.
It keeps everything organized for me, especially like my emergency equipment that I need should the electricity or something go out. But everything is there. I don't have to go looking for it, and it's easy for me.
Carolyn had a nice little primary closet to work with that definitely needed to use up the space a little bit better. She really wanted some shoe organization, so we maxed out the shelving sections for her so she could reach those much easier and just make it exactly what she wanted it to be. We did some roll-out trays here as well, some really deep drawers basically. Then she's got some adjustable shelving for shoes, maxing out that biggest wall for her hang space. And then over here on the right wall, she had a long hang section. What's great about our system is it's fully adjustable, so if she ever decides that she doesn't need all of this long hang, she can add some more shelving in there. Or if she decides she wants to add some long hang, she can take out one of these rods and add some more shelves back there, and now she's got more long hanging. We also finished this out with base trim and an accent overlay there on the top. All in all, really great closet, simple and straightforward, but maxing out all of her wall space possible.
My main closet in the bedroom, I can't even begin to tell you how happy I am with it. My biggest problem was my shoes. I just hated the way it looked. You usually use those hanging things with the shoes in them, and now everything is organized on shelves. When Brittany went into my main closet, she looked at what I had hanging, what kind of clothes I wore, what kind of length they were. She asked me what I really wanted to do, and she took the time when she designed it for me. If I was a professional, that's what I would have done. She really listened to me, and now my closet is like, it's the best thing I've ever done. It's convenient, it's efficient. It makes my life easier because everything is organized. I can see it right there, and I love it.
So Carolyn lived in her house for 30 years with minimal organization in her spaces. And once we came in and redid everything for her, she was just shocked that she had waited so long to get this done. And she is so happy that she finally went ahead with it. And thanks to Jeanette, she gave us her name and we took care of her. Carolyn was so sweet and super easy to work with, and I've heard that she's looking forward to doing another space. She's got some organizational needs in her garage, so I can't wait to meet with her again.
You know, since this has all been done and I've seen how easy it's making my life, I thought, you know, what can I do to the garage? Because let's face it, your garage is like a dumping station. So if I get with Brittany again, I think the next place I would do would be the garage so that I could go in and just say, wow, again, like when I walk in my main bedroom closet. I really can't thank Brittany enough. I wish her happy holidays, and everybody out there, happy holidays to y'all.
That'll do it for another holiday episode of Closet Factory's Operation Reorganization.
We hope you enjoyed seeing that no matter how holiday seasoned your home is, it's never too late to update it to fit your family's needs. Give us a call and see what our designers can do for you.
From the Closet Factory family to yours, we hope you have the most wonderful holiday season and the happiest of New Years.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!